I guess I'm back again. Please tell me if you can see. No. Yeah. All right, guys, can you see me? Please comment in the new post and tell me what's the last part you heard. It's weird. Okay, now, how about now, people? Please, please tell me if you can see me now. Cool, awesome. That's awesome. All right, please tell me the last part that you heard because I guess I got cut. Okay, I got cut in the middle of my speech, and I kept going, and I don't know which was the last part you heard. So please tell me in the comments. Go, please, to the post and tell me what's the last part you heard. Someone is writing a comment. Someone isn't. Tell me what's the last thing you heard me sing. Did you hear the history of from paper to displays? Did you hear social media agility? Okay, let me give you just a little summary as Shanab said. All right, so we started with the result. I'm just gonna give you the PPT and then you can follow with me. Awesome. So yeah, we we went, yeah. Successful people on social media didn't get there by luck. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Rida. We're just gonna give a little briefing for all the people that just joined now. All right. So we talked about we're actually going during the whole presentation. I said that I'm going to be bringing these 3 points, which are setting expectations, globalization, and digitalization. We've started with a little definition of globalization, and we linked it to ISEC. Globalization and digitalization. We talked about a little glimpse of history that from papers to displays. As I said, we went through an example of Harry Potter. Can like transforming the information with owls and pigeons and what so on, and then we moved to telegrams, moved to emails, moved to instant messages like MSN and AOL, like the first ones. And then we have now Messenger, WhatsApp, are really popular, and Instagram direct message as well. We can give another example of the futuristic things that are initiating right now, or just like VR, or as well. Um, what is it called again? Um, yeah, we have a VR and we have a 360 technology, and as well social media agility. We talked about corporations like Amazon and Apple. We didn't get there by chance, but Amazon was really focused on creating new ways to approach the customers, just like the example of Amazon Go, or talking about Apple, which created its own software, even though everybody was using Windows and Microsoft by Bill Gates, and actually has created software meant for the customer after they did a lot of researches on what does like the customer want. So they came out with a simplistic and really smooth software with iOS and Mac OS as well, and included it in all their products, which are making hits right now, of course. Another example is personalities, just like Kim Kardashian or Dan Bilzerian, who are making hits every day on Instagram and Facebook, and they're getting mentioned in all the news, entertainment tonight, entertainment. Like we can talk about the Insider as well. So a lot of people are talking about them. So they're really successful just by doing or just by posting really good photos and what so on. But the thing is that they didn't just get here by like just they didn't just get lucky, as I said. It's a matter of a whole science. And well, I started giving a glimpse about it, and I said that you're gonna learn today. All right. For us not to, because this is the last part I got cut in. Can you tell me if you can hear me right now? I'm gonna wait just a sec to see. Okay, you can hear. Yeah, sorry for the little break, but yeah, let's continue. One of the elements that I'm going to be talking about you that is included in this great science that I just talked to you about is reach. A lot of people from marketing would relate, or people who just have a Facebook page or a YouTube channel, because this element, which is reach, is a data analysis element, which is really included right now in a lot of platforms. As I said, especially in Facebook and YouTube. And it just means that your video or your post was viewed, not even viewed, but a person received a post, or it was like um, in their news feed, for example, in Facebook, while you're scrolling in your news feed, it means that that post was in your news feed, whether you watched it or not, or you just scrolled. It was like it reached you. This is the main purpose. Same thing for YouTube, for all the people that are just bored on YouTube and are looking for videos, it means that post reached you and appeared, whether you clicked on it or not. So this is one of the most important elements in this social media agility science, and it isn't really important because a lot of people are innovating in that, especially Facebook. How come? Facebook started innovating in that and included some options in their Facebook page. Oh, sorry, I cut your PPT. As I said, Facebook included a lot of options, including this option targeted reach. Now, for example, if you want to make a poster, it's you want it only to be viewed by, let's say, by l'UNCG. You made a post only for the schools there or something like that, for all the people that are studying in l'UNCG, and you want only people from l'UNCG to view your post. So now it's really possible. It's easy on Facebook to make that. Now you just go and filter your post and make it only for the people who on Facebook are putting that they are studying in l'UNCG, and only those people will receive your post. That's a way that you ensure that your post is viewed by the targeted audience that you want. This is just an example. Let's move to the second element, posting hours. And this is a really revolutionizing element that I'm going to be discussing with you right now. For example, while you're in class and getting bored as hell, while you shouldn't be, of course, you're checking your phone, probably. You have a post in a mobile format because like there's two formats. There's PC formats and then mobile formats. You know, if you want to post a post, for example, on Facebook, and you're checking your post at 10:30 a.m. For example, you just enter the class, and of course, shame on you. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be checking your phone. But anyway, uh, as you are a young person, you just grab your phone during class 10:30. You gotta have a post that just got posted that time. There's a slight chance that it won't be viewed by everyone, since not everyone brings up their phone in class. You know, it will be a very big problem. Anyway, so you gotta choose the hour you're going to be posting in. For example, in work or study days, the perfect posting hours are mostly in the evening at 7 to 8 p.m., for example, or even to 9 sometimes, especially in summer. Yeah, but especially in working days, it's 7, 8-ish p.m. Since a lot of people already got home and are checking their news feed, whether on their computer or their phone. So you gotta know before posting anything, you gotta know your audience and what does your audience do. So, you know, whether they're checking their posts from their mobile, their PC, when and where they are doing that. So you can give them the exact information that it will attract them and make them consume your product, or in our case, make them change the world in a way or another by going on TVTT or TE. All right, let's move to the next slide. The thing is that I can keep going and going till tomorrow about this science, social media agility. It's a very vast science that we can't talk about for that long. So as I said, it doesn't stop here. I'm gonna give you more things. I'm gonna just give you another element that is pretty new actually. It's this symbol. How many of you are using this symbol every day? How many of you used to use this symbol just 3 years ago or 2 years ago? Like almost nobody used to use this symbol. This symbol used to be called jizz. It was this symbol that you enter after entering the 16 digits code to validate your credit, your phone credits, if you want to charge your credits on your phone. And you used to push the 16 buttons and then you push this yes button. But a revolution came just a couple of years ago where this became hashtags. Hashtags, yes. We're going to be moving actually to the original use of hashtags, which was used mainly to indicate the mood or the theme of the post, the picture, the video, and what so on. This was its main aim. For example, you posted on Instagram a photo of coffee, just push hashtag coffee or hashtag breakfast. You put it on 9 a.m. or something like that. But now they are used in multiple ways. And I'm just going to give you a little brief examples. Let's take them by people. Let's take, for example, normal people, just like you and me. We use hashtag almost every day. Let's just be honest with each other. Whether you're just having breakfast and taking a meal, whether you're in an ISEC conference or an LC meeting, you're using hashtags. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And whether you're just going out of school, whether you're just taking a picture in class, which you shouldn't be doing, shame on you, or you're just came back home, or you just, for example, are watching the sunset and you take a picture. Oh my God, those hashtags, a lot of hashtags are going on, and the people know themselves. Anyway, let's talk about another category, which is celebrities. And I can give a really good example of a campaign that was used by a celebrity on the Biebs, Justin Bieber, who, when he wanted to release his song "What Do You Mean," he used a really great campaign on Instagram. A lot of artists were posting um, photos of themselves holding a post or like a certain poster or an affiche, which was written like hashtag what do you mean and then a countdown of like 30 days, 25 days, 10 days, and whatever. And a lot of people like they had their interrogative facial expression. It's like they're asking the question, "What do you mean?" And after the countdown like finished, it came out that eventually it was a song called "What Do You Mean." So it's like hashtags can create a revolution, and create a lot of people interacting with your songs or movies or what so on. Let's talk about talk shows. Just like Stephen Colbert, we can talk about Ellen DeGeneres, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not bringing Rashid's show. Uh, Not a really good example from our country, so I'm not bringing him up. The shows I've talked about earlier, they are using hashtags every day, and they even have the clip, they some special parts about their episode where they use hashtags for the people to interact with the bits. Yeah, click is a bit in English. I just remember that. But as I said, they're using hashtags where people can interact from the comfort of their home under their pillow, and they can be even playing games during talk shows. So it's amazing. Let's move to the next element, which is events. Now I can give a really good example of national events. For example, we can give Mawazine, the Mawazine Festival, which gathered a lot of artists from all around the world for the people in Rabat. Hello, Rabat. Hey, Rabat. Anyway, so all the people in Rabat, they gather in order to watch the show, mostly for free or even for really cheap prices. If you want to be in the VIP right in the front, like prices like if 800 to 1,000 dirhams, I think that you can't get normally in the artist's tour show. They're usually the price of tickets in the back of the scene. Anyway, I'm not doing the promotion of Mawazin. I'm just gonna give you an example of that. You're using, for example, the hashtag I love Mawazin. Yeah, hear what I said. They're using the hashtag I love Mawazin. I love. They're using the feeling of love for the people to express love for a festival. Love, that weird, stupid, gorgeous feeling. Yes, I use an oxymoron because it deserves it. Love. People used to write poems. People used to write letters. People used to start like to stand under balconies, like passing a night there and ballading their beloved and everything to express their love. And now you can express love to a festival. That's how hashtags actually wrote a revolution. Next element is politics. And sadly enough, no, we don't have hashtags used in politics right now, in the parliaments, for obvious reasons. But actually, we're just going to be talking about, for example, the U.S. presidential elections. Yes, we as like for example, we as Moroccans, we can follow the whole elections, we can comment and everything. But people in the U.S., for example, they're voting to get the next leader of their country, and they're sending questions to applicants from the comfort of their home, and people are answering those questions live, and just by just like texting the question and using a hashtag presidential elections or something like that, and people could receive your question and read it live, and you can choose your leader and you can assess the applicants from the comfort of your home. Next. Everything that I've said is really information, I admit. But yeah, hence the little man who's going crazy. But yeah, okay, but you must be asking this question. But where is Isaac from Morocco in all of this? Yes, it's a very normal question, and I'm going to be answering it right now. Let's talk about digital experience, EXP. And shout out to Fadli if he's watching. I'm sure he's watching. Anyway, so let's continue. For example, we have the example of merged pages. Uh, in the beginning of this term, we had each entity had its own local committee page on Facebook, and a lot of like most of the VPs are you like they already prepared their strategy for the page, and they planned a lot of approaches like on the local level, and the page, like the local page, was a really important chapter of their term. And suddenly you hear that, oh, okay, the pages are going to be merged. A lot of people, for all my peers, we almost went crazy in one another. But then we understood why the merging, the pages merging is really actually beneficial for Isaac Morocco. Yes, Fadli is watching. Just check out the comments. Why the merging of pages is really beneficial? How come? Now we do have one identity. That's amazing. How come? We can attract our customers to one page, which is Isaac Morocco, and we can centralize our information by, for example, creating national campaigns. From my own experience, I was the national recruitment campaign manager for the recruitment of last February, and it was amazing to lead my whole peers of VPs marketing for us to schedule the posts and everything and to create something really good and unified. And we actually felt the impact of having in one page. That's amazing, actually. How come, you might be saying? In this organization, we developed leadership. And the not like a dangerous, I don't want to say dangerous, but a non-safe choice would be to work in a team and get to know each other and like going through challenges, not problems, of course, challenges. So it's amazing. And the thing is that we can centralize national campaigns, and we can even have campaigns that are really focused on a local area or a local chapter or even a local reality by having, for example, the element that I talked about earlier, which is, for example, the reach. Serve the posts if you want to reach, for example, just the people in Marrakech, or Casablanca, or Rabat, or Fez, or Tangier, and what so on, or Agadir even. It's not gonna be stating the whole all LCs right now. Anyway, so this is for having one identity. As long as we are having the same products or the same programs or the same experience, why not having the same page as well? Now we're just going to be moving to almost the last part of this webinar, which is leadership. Of course, we develop leadership in this organization, and leadership drives us to develop a lot of elements. Now we are introducing a new kind of leadership, which is digital leadership. How come, of course, you might be asking? As I said, we are developing leadership in this organization, and after all the information that I gave you, all the tools that I introduced to you, it's of course to be aware of this kind of leadership that we should be demonstrating according to our values. How come? I'm going to ask you a question. Guess who is responsible for digital leadership? As you were with me, like I cannot hear your voices, so I'm just gonna suppose your answer is probably the marketing department. Obviously. It's wrong. Alright. As I said, your answer is if it was like the marketing department, it's probably wrong, because the thing is that every ISECer is responsible of digital leadership. And you might be asking the question, why? Or how? Or what? Or simply, how come? Sharing is scary. This slide normally appears when someone wants to give a sharing, but now I'm talking about another kind of sharing, which is sharing ISEC posts. It's scary. A lot of posts are being published in our ISEC Morocco page, and a lot of people are relying on that power of digital leadership for us to reach more people. And the thing is that the second element is that ISEC offers the best people in Morocco. Oh my god, so cute. Alright. Cultivated, skilled young people. I couldn't agree more. The sexiest people too. Welcome to sponsor. Showcase them in their stories on your story. The thing is that we don't know our membership that much. Sometimes we don't know even our teammates. I'm just gonna give you a challenge to go and ask your teammates about the reason why they joined ISEC, the reason that they're still here, and for example, what is driving them to do what they are doing right now. And you can get a lot of responses, and really different responses from one person to another. And you can get a lot of personal stories that go with that too. So showcase that. Now we're talking about digital power. Now it's like you are superheroes, but you didn't know that you have an actual power. We as ISEC would like to reach a lot of people. And now, as we are talking about online or digital wise, we're talking about digital power. Now, I hope that you are aware of the digital power that you have, because it's like a really important element that you should be aware of, because we are wasting this power every day. You might be asking how come. That's why I'm going to introduce to you our challenge. We have to do it together. How come? You might be asking this question again. How can we do it together? Digital leadership requires every single ISECer to be part of the movement, and it requires all of us to be united. Whenever a post gets shared, whenever you need to contribute in any sort of campaign, or sharing a video, or sharing posts from ISEC Morocco, you have to do it. What's the biggest problem that you're going to be facing? Vous allez polluer le timeline. Le profil ديالك the posts. You're going to be actually having a pollution ديال posts ديال ISEC تما. I don't think so. As long as you are part of this organization, you must be, of course, striving for excellence. I'm just gonna be taking a little pause and going to be reading the comments, as there are some comments right here. Akram, what I noticed when you look for Isaac, there's only the same old things that is very traditional, especially when you look in YouTube. There's old content, there's no updates, even though we know that now Isaac has new visions and it's working on now. I'm talking at national level and international. What do you have to say about this? I couldn't agree more, Ashraf. And this is my main message for you. We have to do it together if we want to to update our content and to communicate our new goals and our new visions. They are really updated. They are agile, as I said, as I talked about social media agility. And first, we are talking about a new kind of digital power or a leadership demonstrating option, which is digital leadership. So if you want to do it, we have to do it together. Simply because 3 people sharing a post is not like 10 people sharing a post, and it's not like 20 people sharing a post. Just like 5 people watching this webinar right now, it's not like 20 people who used to watch a webinar as well. They're going to be going down, down, down with time if we do not do it together. Let me give you a concrete example of what I'm talking about. The recruitment campaign that is going on right now. In our last summits in Shawin, we, as VP's marketing, came out with a really, really great idea, which is recruitment campaign, but in a form of co-creation between every single ISECer. No matter what your position is, and no matter when you integrate the organization, you have simply a reason or a why. So a lot of people are going to be integrating this organization again, simply because it's recruitment period again. So why not sharing with other people why you should integrate this organization and share your experience in it? So we can impact the world together. But in order to let people know that we can impact the world together, we only have about 6 or 7 videos at most in the drive. Why? Like, my main question is this. Um, you say that you are dedicated for this organization or towards this organization. Does only making a video 10 seconds a big burden on you that you would like to change the world, but you can't film a 10-second video? I know, I can totally know that it's not something that you usually do, but that's why you're here in this organization, to try new things. 10 seconds video that you're going to be posting and everyone is going to be viewing is something fun and something that you didn't try before. You do not go filming videos every day. We, like a lot of people in our entity, we have vloggers and everything, but most of the people are not like familiar with filming videos every day. And the thing is that it's fun. Like, we decided not to make people send tasks about it. And even though like we even started doing that right now as VPs, not from my case. I'm so stuck. It's like sticking to the thing that's, I don't know. It doesn't require a task because it's just a simple action, a very very simple action that you shouldn't be even considering whether you want to do it or not. It's 10 seconds video. You can't even take a long time to think about it. It's a simple, 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 not even the task, but a request that we all decided to ask from you. But obviously, or eventually, a lot of people declined this request by not filming. So from here, from this webinar, I'm actually trying to give you a little second chance in a way or another. The deadline is until the 30th or 31st, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a call to action to demonstrate your leadership. I know that you demonstrate your leadership every day by doing what you do, by partaking in your original departments. But this is now that you know that's how powerful we can be as an entity because of you and you and you. It's time to partake in it. So my challenge to you right now is to go and film this video, this 10 seconds video right now. It doesn't matter, like it doesn't even need of that much of thinking or a good way. Just go as you are, or come as you are, as Nirvana said in their song. Yeah. The thing is that, as I said, it doesn't require that much time from you, or thinking, or even working for the video. Just now. This is a call to action to everyone who is watching this webinar. Take your phone, take 10 seconds to think about why would the person you are talking to or the people you are addressing that video to would join Isaac, selon toi, according to you. And use the next 10 seconds to film the video and use the other time that is remaining through your night to upload it in the drive. So this is my request to you. And again, it's not a task, it's a request. So if you want to be a mature like entity, you should start by those simple actions. And if you want to achieve peace in performance of being kind and essential, believe me, it all starts by these actions. If you want your LC to perform and to be classified top 3 nationally, top 10 globally, it all starts by these actions. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to wish you good night. And hope I'm going to receive a lot of videos. I know that I'm going to be really thankful for that. And yeah, it's time to do it. Tag all the people and inform them of the message. As long as now we have only 5 people watching, but I would like to thank those 5 people so much for their efforts and staying late at night. And yeah, this is it, guys. Thank you so much and have a great night.